So let me show you what we got. Power company was here today. They disconnected my power from my transformer, and we went down in a hole, cut this piece of conduiting right there out from there. That was going up to the pedestal right there. So we cut that off and then quickly connected this S piece right in here, and then as soon as we got that piece in, then they ran their wire all the way up to the meter, and they put the meter in, sealed it off with a tamper-proof thing so they can tell if somebody messed with it. So they made my meter hot, and as soon as they were done, it only took them like 20 minutes or so, I opened up the back of my pedestal over here. Let me see if I can get over there and show you. The back of this pedestal right here, out of this here came 4 wires. 2 hots, a ground, and a neutral. And so what I did is I pulled that, disconnected it from here, pulled it, and let me walk back up here. And I figured out which one of these conduits had the power in it, and that's this one. I drilled a little hole here and found that that was telephone cable. So I'm going to put some sealer over that, some good sticky tape over it. So cut this right here, yanked all the wire. I didn't make a video of it because I was in such a hurry to get this thing done. My wife is inside with no air conditioning for a couple hours, so I was trying to get this thing done, so I didn't have time to make a video of that. But basically I just ran this conduit here. There's a slip joint right here which allows you to pull this down, run the cable through here, and once you get the cable in all the way tight, then you slip this joint over there and you glue it in, and now it's all sealed. So getting this cable through here, these 4 cables, was kind of tough. You had to just push it and pull it at the same time. I pulled it with that fish tape there attached to the end of it, and pulled all the wires up through here. I used a whole lot of liquid soap. Put some liquid soap down in there, makes it a whole lot easier to pull them wires through. So this is all hot right now, and so those wires that go to the house, that's these. Fortunately, I didn't have to extend it. I didn't have to replace any of these wires. I had barely 4 feet left over right here, so I measured pretty good getting this meter where I wanted it. If this meter had been over here on this wall, I would have been short cable. Then I would have had to buy, I don't know, 150 feet or so of cable. But I didn't have to buy any cable. I used what I had, put the meter here, and we're good to go. So this is hot, this is hot. This is my main breaker. Sends the juice from the meter through these red and black. It's both hot, and now it juices this. If I want to shut the power off to the house, I cut it right here. Now I'm going to add a couple breakers down here, a couple breakers up there, run those wires through here. This is grommeted. See how this has a grommet right here? You got to have that grommet. You don't want to be cutting this cable on that sharp edge. So I screw these grommets on here, and now I'm going to run all my wiring through there and power my garage. Notice that when I do wiring, I wear good leather gloves, and I don't put both hands in here. One hand is in my pocket. Right now it's on my phone. But if I'm doing electrical work and it just happens to be hot in here and I happen to touch that, I'm not going to get too much of a shock because I got some good leather gloves, no holes, and I don't have both hands in here. You put both hands in here and you get a shock from one hand to the other, it's going to go right through your heart. If you got one hand in here and it shocks you to ground, as long as you got good shoes, good boots, and it isn't wet, you're probably not going to get too much of a jolt, but at least it isn't going to go directly through your heart and kill you right away. So that's a secret I learned a long time ago. So now we start putting power in the garage.